Hey coin collectors, it's DC on the Big D Coin Channel, and we're looking at the 1993 Lincoln 1-cent coins. We have two of them here. We have the Denver Mint and the Philadelphia Mint. No P, of course, for the Philadelphia Mint. But there's also one other coin, and that, of course, is the S coin. Boy, this one's fantastic. Look at this. This is the 1993 San Francisco Mint, and it comes in a United States proof set. In 1993, they made billions of these, and that's not an exaggeration. They made 5.684 billion of the Phillies, and they made 6.426 billion of the Denvers. So between the two of them, they made 12.3 billion of these coins. Essentially, they made enough so every person in the United States could have four. And there's probably still a lot of them around. Some countries have gone away from the 1-cent coins, and here's one of them right here, and that's Canada. This is the 1989 1-cent Canadian coin, and Canada used to make a lot of 1-cent coins. They made $1 billion in 1989. You notice this was a little different shape, it seems like, than the U.S. penny, and that's because it's dodecagonal. There actually is edges on here. They're rounded edges, and you can see this is a bronze coin, and it does hold its color much better. We're looking at the back of it right now. It says 1 cent. There's a maple sprig, 2 maple leaves here. 1989 here, Canada here, and then over here, there's a K and a G, and that's for George Kruger Gray, the engraver of this coin. You may know George Kruger Gray as the person who put the jumping kangaroo on the Australian coins. If we tip it over, we know what's going to be on the front. In 1989, it's going to be the Arnold Machen second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. I believe she was 39 years old. It says Elizabeth II behind her, DG Regina here. It was the monarch or figurehead of Canada, even though Canada is a democratic nation. Canada is still one of the Commonwealth countries. Now I'm showing you the D in the Philadelphia with so-called P without a P, but there's also one other coin, and that, of course, is the S coin. Boy, this one's fantastic. Look at this. This is the 1993 San Francisco Mint, and it comes in a United States Mint proof set. Now, you know they always talk about how there's initials at the bottom. Look at these initials here. You can see them so clearly. There's a V, a D, and a B. Let's tip it up so you can see them as it kind of transitions through. So that VDB on the bottom is for Victor David Brenner, who engraved this coin in 1909. It first came out with this image on the front. On the back, of course, is the Lincoln Memorial. So let's start with the beautiful version of the mint proof coin. It says United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum here, 1 cent at the bottom, and look at how you can see the steps. What's over here? Well, there's an FG over here. Now, you guys that know coins know that the FG is a famous engraver's initial too, and that's for Frank Gasparo. And of course, Frank Gasparo did this coin. There's an FG right there. It's the Eisenhower $1 coin, the eagle landing on the moon. So if we can flip it over, you'll see that it is Eisenhower, 1978 Liberty. Of course, in 1993, when we're looking at these coins, they didn't make the Eisenhower dollar anymore, but they have since transitioned to a smaller Sacagawea dollar, presidential dollar, Susan B. Anthony dollars have all come through. But then there's Lincoln way, way down in the middle of the Lincoln Memorial, which is in Washington, D.C. And I apologize, it's kind of at an angle, and that's because this casing that it's in, and I'll show you the casing if you want to take a look at it. The casing that it's in is kind of big, and there it is, so you can kind of see the edges of it as it goes around. There's the United States Mint mark on there. Oh, and there's, when I talk about the casing that it's in, when you get a proof set, it's going to have all the coins in it. So it has, of course, the nickel, the penny, the $50, the quarter, and the dime, and all from 1983. So if you are collecting these, you can probably get these for $10 or $12. Well, how much is the penny worth? Well, it's interesting because they made so many of these in 1993. They made 3.4 million. This penny is not worth what it could be, but it's still worth about $9. So you want to get this penny, and it's taken out of this mint set. It's worth about $9. See up here at the top right above the penny, it says packaged by the U.S. Mint, and that's how one of the ways you can tell it's going to be in this hard plastic case. But getting back to these coins here, what's the value of a 1993 Denver mint like this, or a Philadelphia mint without the mint mark on it? Maybe 1 cent. All right, what if it's in really, really good shape? You say, what if I can get one at an MS65, which means Mint State 65, which is a really, really, really good coin. Hardly any scratches, dents, or dings. Very shiny, looks like it's never been touched. Mint State 65, 1993 coin, 30 cents. That's 30 cents. When you make 12 billion of anything, or 3.4 million mint sets, it's going to be hard to have a valuable one. And so what happens is 1993 is not one of the big collector year sets. If you want to get this, you need to get it in an error coin or a MS67 or above, because that's where the value, that's when you're going to get into the hundreds or thousands. But it's going to be so rare and such good shape that it's almost impossible to think that you could find one in your change. All right, that's all we have. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have, Big D Coin, in the comments section.